All right, my watch list for Monday, starting with JKS, a solar stock, Jinko Solar. Um, I'll tell you what this looks like. It looks a lot like Solar City, and I'll show you in a minute. But you see how you can see the downtrend there, and then the downtrend starts to change, and then you've got actually this high broke this high back here from May on Friday. So now let me switch to Solar City, and let's see that crazy run there. Let's take that crazy run out of it, and you can see a lot of similarities, and obviously the same group as well. You had basically the same thing. Then it started to change, and then you got straight across there, and you can see what happened. So JKS looks a lot like that to me. CSIQ, same thing, another solar, looks a lot like Solar City before it ripped. So keep those on watch. ARWR, this one sold off pretty hard here, then finally kind of started to break to the upside. Big volume smashed down, and now it's right back up near recent highs. I don't know anything about this stock, but it's worth watching over these recent highs. And another thing that makes it kind of interesting to me is you take Friday's candle out of it. When it got up to these recent highs, immediately sold off, looked like shorts were back in control, and then boom, right back up to recent highs in one day. So ARWR also on long watch. One of my cheapy favorite charts, MVIS. I still think this thing looks primed. My fear is that it's going to come out with news, in pre-market and just gap up. You see, it likes to gap up, and I'm not holding any. But you had the big gap up there, another gap up there, it sold off, another gap up here. You notice the sell-offs are starting to die down though, and now you're very, very tightly flagging here, if you will. Very tight range. And you've got, a lot of trading right down here below. So you've got a lot of support below this last little pop up. So this thing looks primed to go higher to me. I like it, over these recent highs. I'm interested in it actually. Friday's high was 215. Thursday's high was 215. So 216, I'm going long, looking for it to break, I guess what would have been Wednesday's high of 220. And then you had a high back here of 225. And then this thing could rip to the upside. The downside looks limited to me after this move and a lot of trading in the 160 to 180 area, and now you're starting to break to the upside. I think this could be a nice percentage gain. I'm not holding any though. I'm looking for hopefully an intraday move. If it gaps up, that'll change the story. But I really like the chart there on MVIS. ADT, nice volume day, which would have been Tuesday, and you've been flagging ever since. And so it's interesting to me. Friday's high. These are 15-minute candles here. Let's go back to the daily. Friday's high was 34.48. Thursday's high 34.55. So if you get up back over 34.50, this one might make a move back up to the 35.19 from probably Tuesday, and then maybe break up through that and start testing the 200-day. So ADT didn't do anything on Friday. We didn't take a trade in on Friday, but it looks ready to go. Kind of a different type of trade here. KSS. Bounced off 52. 52 was resistance back here. And then it bounced off 52 here and again here. And so if it comes down to 52 on Monday, I'm going to look for an intraday bounce for a day trade. All right, let's see. That's KSS. CALL did that breakout on Wednesday, then a couple red days on lower volume. I just had this on bounce watch. You got a lot of support right here. It came back down to retest the breakout area. I still think CALL looks higher, especially after the 2 days down. So that's on long watch. CAG, getting down near February lows, and it's been beaten up for 3 days, but the ranges are getting more narrow. I'm looking for a bounce. Remember, I'm a day trader, so I try to find charts that could give me a move tomorrow. So that's my thinking here. This one could give a bounce tomorrow. These are not meant to be swing trades. COH, along those same lines as CAG. This is just super beaten up, looking for a narrow range for a while and then an upside break. One of these days, it could give a nice trade. And then EGHT, nice little breakout the other day. I actually made a video the night before, said it's kind of obscure, but I like it over this range. And then it did this, and I didn't make a penny from it because I wasn't watching it. But now, let's switch to 15-minute candles. You've got a high, a lower high, but it looks to be bouncing. So I like EGHT, even over Friday's high, over 774. This one might go up, retest 8, and maybe just continue upward. So EGHT looks good. And another one, Ballard Power, BLDP. Nice little breakout the other day. Red day was almost immediately thwarted on Friday. Okay, you had the gap up and a sell-off, and now you're just inside of Friday's range. But this is one to watch for a possible long. Cheapy one, END. I still think this thing's trying to turn back up after this pop, and then came down and held support really for about 3 or 4 days. It looks to be headed higher. END. And that's my list. We'll add stuff. Great group in the chat room. We're working together. We'll find stuff to trade, irrespective of the list I just gave you when we spot intraday volume and that sort of thing as well. But that's the list I'm starting with on Monday, and we'll talk to you Monday night.